A lot of times, parents don't understand that they have constitutional rights to raise their child as they see fit until they're actually served by a sheriff with a lawsuit seeking court-ordered visitation with the grandchild. That's when it usually triggers them to search the internet so that they can find out their rights and what defenses they may have to the lawsuit. And that's when they usually ask an attorney friend or seek out the advice of an attorney to help them preserve those rights. Not a lot of grandparents know that they have the right to sue for grandparent visitation, for time with their grandchild. The Supreme Court of the United States has actually said that grandparents don't have rights. However, in Kentucky, there is a statute that gives them the right to sue for court-ordered visitation of their grandchild or grandchildren. In 2012, me and another attorney in the firm actually took the issue of grandparent visitation up to the Supreme Court of Kentucky in a case known as Walker versus Blair. We represented the parent in that case, and our interest was actually preserving the parent's right to allow this child to see who the parent deems fit. The Supreme Court actually agreed with us and found that a grandparent can't just show up in court with a shoebox of pictures, cry, and say they miss their grandchild. That there's actually an evidentiary burden that a grandparent must meet in order to gain court-ordered visitation with their grandchild over the objection of the parent. A lot of the cases come up when one of the parents of the grandchild dies, and so the other parent may sometimes say, well, good, in-laws, I didn't like you anyways, and they cut off contact with the grandparents. And sometimes the grandparents just want to keep a link to their deceased child and maybe overstep their bounds by trying to step in the role of their child and try to raise the child and make decisions for the child. And that's when we have the other parent limiting contact with the grandparent, and that's when a lawsuit is usually started. Goldberg Simpson represents both grandparents and parents in these types of cases. And given our track record, we're fairly confident that no matter which side we represent, that a favorable outcome will be achieved. Whether it's gaining a favorable court order after trial, either denying or granting visitation, resolving things in mediation, or going to the Court of Appeals and having them side with us, because we understand that ultimately we're looking out for the best interests of this child. One of the reasons people choose us to work on grandparent visitation matters is because we do have the leading case in Kentucky. We do have a proven track record of being successful in these cases. We have some of the best family law attorneys in the state working here, so we bounce ideas off of each other. And I think that that establishes trust in our clients, and we're able to explain the subtle nuances of this law that maybe other attorneys who don't really highly focus on this area of law are able to.